What's up, YouTube?
Yes.
Hello, Cryptonairz. Hello, all of you people out there with the Web3 community. All of you who have hopes and dreams, looking for a better tomorrow for yourself and your kids. We're happy that you could be here with us tonight. If you are, we know there's many places that you could be. Um, I hope that everybody also is prepared for tomorrow. I just remembered I haven't even taken my turkey out of the freezer yet, so I need to do that as soon as I get out of here.
Oh
I've been like
no.
trying to get my house together because everything is just like a wreck and get organized. I did all of my shopping, all of that good stuff, and still
Oh no.
didn't and left the freaking turkey in the freezer. So gotta pull that out as soon as I get off of this show time. Hey guys, hey Ron, Sean, that rhymed. Abraham, how are you? Florida girl, hey, how are you? And we say hi back. You guys, we're just gonna go through the news tonight, and as you know, um, what we do here on Around the Clock, we go through the markets first. There's good news there and some kind of crazy news. You guys already know how it goes. Bitcoin's doing what Bitcoin do. It's at 57,842. Let me refresh this because I want to make sure that is accurate. No, it isn't. It's 57,953. Down 3.9% for the 7-day average, but up on the 24. Ethereum still in the number 2 spot at 433 or $4,332. Up 0.7% for the 7 days. Solana in the number 5 spot at 210. It's up on the hour, but down on the 7 days for negative 4%. Cardano, you guys, Cardano's taken some pretty hard hits over the last couple of weeks. So we're going to talk a little bit about why. It's at $1.69 and in the number 6 spot. XRP at $1.04. Let's take a look down here. Dogecoin in the number 10 spot, and Avalanche taking the number 11 spot at 119, up 9.8% for the 7 days. Crypto.com, or the Crow token, you guys. We've been talking about that on this show for a long time, well before it got to its current price of 90 cents. But it is up. It has moved so quickly, 70.8% for the 7 days. And Shiba Inu in spot number 13. Another coin that this family holds is Strong token. Strong is down to 587.43. So if you wanted to build a node, now's a good time to get
Good
in.
time.
Yeah, 587.43. You know, we give you the tip. It's time to buy that dip when it comes to Strong. A great narrative, strong partnerships, still developing, still got a lot of things that we can look forward to in 2022. I think they've taken or they have a lot of competition with these DAOs coming out with this ridiculous APY, and people are kind of going out there, you know, sucking up all that juicy interest. But Strong Block still has a great, strong narrative. And again, this is a great time to buy. Hey, I Big Dallas, how are you? A lot of regulatory news out there tonight, guys. So we're just gonna, hey, happy Thanksgiving, Danny. Gonna try to keep it brief. And this is all we've been talking about this. You guys, if you watch the show, you already know this. But they've just come to the conclusion here that US regulators have clarified that banks and cryptocurrency can go together. They can have permission to date. They've gotten the okay. The
How
Office of the
nice of them.
Comptroller, right? The Office of the Comptroller of Currency has published a letter clarifying the authority that banks are to have in as they engage in crypto-related activity. Basically, what that letter says is that they have to affirm that the primacy and safety and soundness of the cryptocurrency that they are offering is basically good. Basically, they have to be able to cover any loss that they may incur as they do decide to distribute or in any way deal with cryptocurrency. I do not know if that is going to mean FDIC. That is still not clear. for customers or investor protections, but most of this seems to be to protect banks themselves from failing. So they definitely say over and over again they need to have adequate controls in place prior to engaging in cryptocurrency technologies. So yeah, not new. I guess it's clarity for the banks. It's basically giving them the green light, but it still doesn't have a lot of information in here about what it's going to mean for the consumer, or if they intend to protect consumers, and to what degree they intend to do that. But you heard it here, guys. Don't take that story may be light in terms of information, but it is definitely very important. So definitely bears watching as we go forward. Had some news about Cardano and what may be impacting the price of Cardano today and Tron, if you happen to be invested in them. I know you guys know I'm definitely an ADA fan. So apparently eToro decided that they were going to limit Americans specifically on being able to buy these coins from their platform. So on Wednesday, they made a decision that they were going to delist those coins, as a matter of fact. And it's a move that left the crypto market flummoxed. The author says here, they really didn't give any clear reason why they were doing it. They basically said it was a decision, and they kind of said, made up this very unspecific regulatory claim. So it says it comes at a time when authorities are moving to exert more control over the crypto sector in a bid to protect investors. So everybody's kind of saying, well, if you were going to do this, could you not have given us a better, more, real and specific reason as to why you're doing it? So as a result, they're going to be limiting the ability for U.S. users to open new positions in or earn staking rewards for ADA and TRX. So if you are a user on that platform, my advice to you is just to get your coins off that platform and find another platform if you are a U.S. resident, particularly. This
I
definitely
wanted
did
to
impact the price.
I wanted to make a point about eToro. I have not. Oh, sorry about my voice. I have not used eToro a lot. I have used it before. I did not like it. My coins got stuck there the same way as with Voyager. So there is no wallet that you could send. Excuse me, that I could send what I was trying to buy to myself using eToro. So I know that you said someone in your life has some ADA on that site. Do they have control of it, or it just sits there? Like, are they going to have to make a sale and have a taxable event and then repurchase it elsewhere? Or will they allow you to withdraw it and send it to yourself?
Okay, they do have a wallet. It is not the most user-friendly wallet in the world. So you can send your things to the eToro wallet. Depending on what it is, and now that they've done all these restrictions, you may indeed, when it comes to ADA, may have to make a sale and then send it to yourself in some other way, maybe as either something else. But so it is unclear. I literally just got into this person's account today, took a look at it, and didn't have time to figure out much to do with it. But there is a wallet. There's an eToro wallet similar to what Crypto.com has, the DeFi
Like the
wallet.
DeFi wallet. Okay.
Yeah, but not as user friendly. So yes, it may be that, and I will let you guys know the next time we're on air, how easy or difficult, if, as the case may be, it was. But yeah, it looks like Americans are kind of being met with this everywhere just because of these regulatory pressures, and it did in fact impact the price of ADA today with this announcement.
I think that if it's their own decision, they're not being forced to do it. They're preemptively delisting in anticipation of, and I don't think that that decision was made lightly. So perhaps they know something that the rest of us don't at this point, but that is speculation, obviously. Um, But I'm wondering how they justify the taxable event if they're not being forced to delist these two. It was ADA and what else?
Tron.
If they're not being forced to delist, they shouldn't force the customer into a taxable event. They should find a way to implement transfer to another wallet somewhere else. I don't think that's, I don't know.
I
I
agree
would
with
say it's
you,
not
but
fair, but like life isn't fair. I just think it's bad business.
yeah, but these exchanges really don't seem to care. We know customer service has definitely not been their priority. I can't think
Yeah.
of one where that is a thing until after they get bad press. And then all of a sudden, they come up with these very knee-jerk, reactionary action plans that really, again, they're not sufficient. So I'm hoping that, as much as regulation is a pain in our backsides, that some of it will include them having to do better by their customer base. But a lot of stuff comes along with that, as we all know. And hey, Channing, so wonderful to see you. Shout out to Leah. Give her a kiss for us. So yeah, you guys, that's what's happening. If they do know, Allie, as you hinted, something that we don't, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna report it here very, very soon. If we know, you guys are gonna know. Speaking of regulation, and we're all aware of the case with SEC and Ripple, and what's going on there. And a lot of people say, well, why should we care? I'm not an investor or speculator in XRP. You need to care, and I'm going to tell you why. Because everything in this crypto world it really is a small world. And so if, as things are out there, they get highlighted, things are in the public eye, and this has been a very, very public trial in crypto world, at least. They impact every other blockchain. And this trial, and they're looking to go to trial. Looks like they're not going to be able to come to any agreement, so they're looking to head to trial sometime early next year. These things impact every other blockchain. They really, really do. They are interrelated. So if they set a precedent with Ripple, that precedent will have a ripple effect, no pun intended, across the
Absolutely.
cryptosphere. It's going to happen. So conversely, if Ripple is able to somehow come out victorious, a lot of people think they will be. If that happens, and I hope that it does, it will also set a precedent in the other direction for crypto. So even if you don't, believe in the XRP narrative, you're not part of the XRP army, it doesn't matter. This definitely impacts all of cryptocurrency in one way or another, in some shape, form, or fashion. And so it's important to understand what is happening with this case, and figure out, where this is headed. And so basically, it's I don't want to say a tie, but it seems like, Ripple has basically asked for all of these documents from the SEC. The SEC says, "Oh, Ripple, you're bullying us. You're not being fair to ask us for all these documents." But we well know that if the shoe was on the other foot, that and they were requiring a bunch of documents from Ripple, it would just be what it is. So it is going forward. Nobody is wanting to back down. Usually these cases get settled. I know a lot of people were hoping for a settlement out of court this year, and for the whole thing to just kind of blow over and go away. But that is not what is going to happen, you guys. They are moving forward. They are going to court, and we need to keep an eye on what's happening with this as we move into next year. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Um, they have had some very favorable kind of judgments from the judge that's presiding over this case, in terms of being, playing fair and not just, going with the SEC because they are the SEC. So that bodes well. But at the same time, we don't know. No one knows how this trial will actually turn out. Now, this next article, we've been talking about crypto.com and Crow. You guys know when we've been talking about Crow and stacking your bags of Crow for a long time, probably since we had our very first episode and saying how great Crow is. And now it is actually having its run. And Crow is still below $1, and in my personal opinion, not financial advice, still a great time to buy, and still a great buy for what they have coming. But I want you guys to know that today they did make some history. They became the
Yep.
first crypto exchange to comply with these SOC 2 standards. If you're wondering what that is, it's Service Organization Control Audit. So that is a very big deal in the financial regulatory industry side of things. They have been certified and they had an audit done by a global consulting firm. And we just mentioned this name in a partnership uh, with Avalanche last night on last night's show, Deloitte. So this is the first cryptocurrency exchange to have achieved this internationally recognized standard in traditional finance. So that is no small feat, you guys, with everything that's going on out there. They are based in Singapore, but they did achieve this. And I think that that only bodes well for Crow moving forward.
100%. I think that we should all get together and tweet this information to Chase Bank because Chase will not let you use a debit card on crypto.com. One of my favorite parts about crypto.com is, well, when I first signed up, I was able to use my debit card, and yes, the first 30 days there were no charges, it was free. Um, but after that, I really started getting into NFTs, and I've talked about it before. Sometimes I don't have the time to wait to ACH money over and then transfer it to myself and in the whole process. And then it has
Yeah.
to clear, it takes like 5 days, 7 days, 8 days. I don't have time like that. If I want to get something, I want to get it now and it's my money and I should be able to. Now that they have met this benchmark, I don't see any reason for Chase to say, oh, sorry, you can't use your card here. You're already charging a transaction fee for running the card there. You're already charging me extra. So you're making money on it and you're telling your customers you can't use your card here. But yet,
There
didn't they
really
just
is no
load up
reason.
employees?
Or
They
maybe
loaded up
the article
employees.
that we shared before, the first article we shared about US regulatory, the FTCC saying, go ahead, you got the green light. Maybe they all need this. As long as they're saying to the banks, as long as your headquarters is saying this is okay, it's okay with us. And if the feds are saying it's okay, and you can match up, your statements and your ledgers in
Yeah.
terms of being able to handle any loss that you may incur, we're good. Then what is the reason for banks not to take it?
Well,
Crazy.
here's a very interesting thing. So, when you have an account, any type of financial account overseas, there are specific documents that you need to file. Crypto.com is based in Singapore. So, are we going to have to file those documents? Anyone that holds anything with Crypto.com, like, where is it? Is it in Singapore? Like, where is it? This
Yeah,
is
all
a
of those are
very interesting
questions for the
question.
regulators to work out. But
And
if
if we get it wrong, if we even try to say,
yeah,
yep, here I have all of this, I'm declaring it, this is what I have, this is what I sold, this is what I'm holding, and then they decide, oh yeah, you didn't fill out that form, so now we're gonna nail you with the penalty. It's coming.
I'm genuflecting. No, no. Again, the IRS is struggling just to keep up with probably tax returns from 2 years ago. But eventually, all of this is going to come to some kind of head. We just hope that it is in our favor. So that's all we can do,
Channing,
and prepare as best we can.
let me tell you where I can use my debit card at the Ohio lottery machine that spits out lottery tickets. Oh, they'll take my debit card there and I'm allowed to use it, but not here.
Yeah. I'm thankful I have a credit union and I've never had any problem. The one time that I did anything and I had to make a phone call, that's the only time I had to make the phone call and say, this is, I authorize it. This is, me because of the fact they are based, out of the country. But
Yeah.
that was it. I had no problems. I've never had any problems simply because of where I have it attached. But I think, yes, there are a lot of traditional banks that still, you know, give people problems. And hopefully, some of this regulation and this announcement that we talked about tonight is going to help to mitigate some of that because it's
Yeah.
stupid. So that is the news with crypto.com, guys. There's a scam going on, and I do want people to be careful. Many of you are still invested or in or speculating into Shiba Inu. So this is a warning that was issued in Cointelegraph. There's a scam alert about a fake account, and those are so rampant now, guys. You have to, like I said, check and double check when you're clicking Google links, because bookmark your official accounts. Go to a trusted
Yes.
source like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, whoever it is you use that usually has the correct websites. Use that, or use if you're in the Discords, use the official links page, because they're still getting people with these scammer sites that they're creating where they have like one letter different, and if you're not really paying attention, it'll say Shiba Inu, but the Inu will be spelled with an E instead of an I, or there'll be like some other little thing that is just plays tricks on the eyes, and you're just clicking because you're in a hurry, and the next thing you know, your wallet is being emptied. So they said they've been made aware of a recent scam traveling social media and other communication platforms. They have a video. You can go to the Shiba token at Shiba token on Twitter to look at the video. I'm not going to play it here for tonight, but very important to be careful because they're not the only coin experiencing this. It's happening with other coins. There's a fake Shiba Telegram group, just like I talked about yesterday, where they had the fake AnySwap Telegram group. They got fake Shiba Telegram group, and the scammers are thinking that this is the real thing. And yes, there are bad actors in there basically emptying people's wallets. So just don't connect your wallet to anything. Like I said, triple check. Go to official sources. Make sure that it's a real site before you connect, especially before you connect your wallet. I don't even like going into the site at all, but if you do go into the site, don't just immediately connect your wallet before you figure out if it's the real deal or not. And because the minute you connect your wallet, because especially MetaMask, they don't tell you what you're signing. It just says sign or connect. And there's, I guess the scammers have code written in there that you basically, with signing or connecting, you give them permission to empty your wallet. Which I don't that to me, that's a big I don't know how MetaMask could do something, but they should just I don't know. It just shouldn't be that easy for you to connect your wallet and then get your wallet drained. But yeah, you just have to be real careful because unfortunately, they're not going to take any responsibility if that happens. You're just on your own out here. So be real, real careful. And then I know Allie has quite a bit of NFT news for us on a virtual land sale that took place today. So I'm going to let her talk about that.
I actually had a different article pulled up. It was the additional news on top of that article. Could you please bring the article up? I don't have it up.
Sure, no
Thanks.
worries. Let me get
And
that
while
for
Corey is doing that, I will just discuss this additional sale. It is not actually land. It was the first mega yacht in the metaverse, specifically Sandbox, that sold today. And I'm going to show you a picture of it for sorry, Corey's already got that other thing up there. Sorry. For a whopping 149 ETH, guys. A boat in the metaverse sold for $650,000. It is the most expensive asset in Sandbox currently. This is really wild. I don't even know what I had to say about this. I mean, you can buy a real boat for that price, and go out with some in real life friends to an in real life body of water and hang out in your real boat. I don't know. It's not that I have no vision for the metaverse and what's coming, but I just think that this is nuts. Corey, what do you think? I I think it's
If
nuts.
if it has, like we have discussed Polka City on here, and we will be discussing that more as they
Yeah.
start. They're developing the game. It hasn't been released yet, but they're really, really close, you guys. And they have Polka City assets. You could buy motorcycles, you could buy yachts, you could buy billboards, you could buy a hot dog stand, and they literally hold a value or actually make you Polk coins. Like for the yacht, it's 29 Polk coins a week. Plus, you get taxes off of people who use the virtual citizens of that
Yeah.
city on top of it. So I mean, things like that, if there's a value attached to this asset, or some kind of way that the holder of this asset is able to stake, gain more value, then it makes sense. Or somehow, they're going to break even, they're going to see their investment back. But if it's just for swag, then I don't see the I don't see the point. So I like assets that are not just look pretty in my wallet. What value are they going to bring?
Yeah. I wonder if they're speculating that, as in Polka cities, where you have to charge people to get around, will you be able to host parties and host events on this mega yacht? Because we know that a lot of projects, including Atari, which just bought a massive, the biggest land sale ever in Sandbox, they purchased that recently. So, will they be able to like rent this yacht and host parties on there versus whatever type of some of these projects are building like spaces to have conferences or concerts or whatever, but maybe you can rent the yacht and charge projects to use this yacht for your event, and you can like do special things on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can do that. And again, I mean, look at the party that I think it was Snoop Dogg that had the party recently in his mansion, and was it on Sandbox or in
Uh
Sandbox?
yeah, I think so, yeah.
Um, and he charged tickets that were in the form of NFTs, and they were pretty penny. So things like that, if they're doing something like that, I could see them doing something like that where they have events on the yacht, create more NFTs as tickets, and people, purchase them, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
we do know that now some of the virtual real estate is starting to really gain traction, and some of the pricing actually rivals stuff IRL in real life. you know.
I
So
think that that will be the case, that there will come a point in time when the virtual land is more expensive than real land.
yeah,
Um,
look at the
I don't know
trends,
how
guys. We
I don't
always
know how
encourage you to
soon
do
that'll
that.
be, but it's coming for sure. So
Yeah.
this other land sale that we're talking about, that Corey has pulled the article up on, this was for a plot of land in Decentraland, and it sold for $2.4 million. This was on an area known as Fashion. Is it Fashion Boulevard or Fashion Road?
Is
Something
that the
like
place
that.
in New York?
Fashion Street. Fashion Street. No, in Decentraland.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying, but what place in the real world is probably mirroring some place in real life. I'm trying to see what it actually was.
um
um, but
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, you guys. 2.4 million.
Yeah, and it's made up of 116 smaller parcels of land to
Okay,
make.
so it's not in real life. It's just this place called Fashion Street in Decentraland.
Yeah.
And you can
Um,
host digital fashion events there. So I see why they
yeah,
would do that, because there's definitely money to be made there.
yeah, I was just gonna say that. So what I see happening here, if I had to imagine, I know that a project called Boson, um, earlier this year, at that point in time, they had made the biggest purchase into Decentraland, and they were putting a mall on that plot that they bought, and they were going to be selling in real life physical goods in this virtual mall. And if this is going on Fashion Street, I absolutely see that happening here. We've already seen multiple designers, Rebecca Minkoff, Gucci, um, I can't even list them all now, but they've all released NFT type projects, and some of these items can be worn in the metaverse. So, like the Rebecca Minkoff auction, that you get something in real life too with that, right? But it was wearable in the metaverse, so it was a wearable. So, these developments are going to be really interesting. And when the bear market comes, and it will come, I don't know if it will be as extreme as previous bears. Um, the adoption rate it's still so small, but compared to what it's going to be, but we are moving at a much quicker pace now. So will the price of these assets go down to where it's more affordable again? Like, I guess not too long ago, a plot in Sandbox was only $50.
Right.
So I don't think it's ever going to $50 again. But if we go through a bear and the price of available plots, um, these projects and brands that have purchased mega plots, like you're never getting that. But some of these smaller ones, that are slowly released over time, they might be more affordable if they're released during a bear market. Who knows? And don't forget, Decentraland and Sandbox are only the most developed at this point in time. And Sandbox, you can't really do much in there until this weekend, where they're having their alpha event and where landowners can take part in like 13 different experiences, I think. And then the public that doesn't own land, you can participate in 3 different experiences. But we have Polka Cities building out. We have Bit Country, which is like Polkadot slash Kusama, that just had their demo day yesterday. You have Star Atlas. I mean, the list goes on, and it's on every chain. There's metaverses on every chain, and then you have Meta, of course, the big one out of all of them. So in that bear market, I'm
Yeah.
definitely looking up some digital land, and I thought about buying it in the spring, but Zenbox had some sales in the spring too, but I thought they were way too expensive. uh Maybe I should have looked in the summer, in between spring when we had that rally in the spring, and then now. The
Oh,
summer was probably the time
they're
to
gonna
get it.
have competition. I mean, right now, Decentraland and Mana and Sandbox/Sand kind of rule the land metaverse, but they won't be the only ones, guys. So there will be
For
other
sure.
opportunities upcoming where you can get those good entry level positions as time moves forward, because the metaverse is still in like the infancy stages and still being built out. So believe you me, even if you missed the Decentraland Sandbox action, there's much more to come. And
I've
some
been
of them
looking
may
at
end up being more popular than those two, because everybody Decentraland, as far as like moving around in there and playing games and stuff, is not the best and most awesome user experience. It's just okay, but
yeah.
for what they are and where we are, it's great. And if you were able to get in on those early land sales, you did great for yourself. But
I've been
yeah,
looking at
it's great.
Super Worlds recently,
Mhm.
but I don't really understand it. So I mean, I've downloaded the app on my phone, and you can build a metaverse that's like overlaid on top of the real world. So yeah, I don't really know how it works, but there are some very affordable, well-known locations. I'm not going to name them out specifically because there are some that I'm interested in, and I do not want someone to snipe it from me. Um,
Oh, they're going there right now, so you just know that.
yeah, I have no idea how this one works though. Like I don't know. Does anyone
Yeah.
else see Superworld? They're teasing a big event. Something's happening in Superworld on November 30th. So keep an eye out for that. I have no clue what it is, but they've been teasing it all week.
Yeah, you guys don't forget the Matrix drop is also coming up November 30th. We'll bring you more news about that next week. So, like, that's a big day, November 30th,
I have
for a
got to
lot of
get one
different
of
reasons.
those.
Me too, girl. Me too. I have to have it. But
Right?
you
And then
guys,
what skill are you gonna take? Like, what are we gonna
you already know I'm going into the Matrix. There's no doubt. Or out of it, as the case may be. So yeah, check out that virtual land kind of thing in the metaverse, and metaverse tokens right now, even when the market was down or has been down,
pumping?
gaming and metaverse tokens are just doing the damn thing because Meta, because Facebook, because Future. So yeah, check those out. There's definitely a section you can go to in CoinGecko that will list, or Coin Market Cap, or the exchange of your choice, that will list out what the gaming and meta tokens are. There's tons of videos on YouTube about the top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
We're going to have a Axie gaming expert on the show next week who has an actual very successful league to talk about gaming and the metaverse and all that cool stuff. So I can't wait to announce that date. We're just trying to nail that down for next week, you guys. But yes, that is the wave of the future right now. Pay to play, or play to pay, whatever. All of those things. Gala just did, or is still doing their beta testing for spider tanks. If you're interested, they gave a free tank to you if you were a Gala holder. So check on their website to see if you got that airdrop. And you can participate in the beta testing for this, and you never know, there could be other airdrops coming up for more NFTs and or coin, who knows. But I'm so psyched about all of this virtual stuff,
Yeah,
for
me
certain and
too.
for sure. Speaking of new NFTs, and Al, did you see this? Everybody knows about the NBA Top
I
Shots.
sure did.
Look at here, you guys. If you're football fans, I'm so sorry I'm not, but I know many of you are. There is a new pro football NFT marketplace, and it's called NFL All Day. So you're going to be hearing, this is another good thing for making NFTs, aka crypto, go mainstream. They're going to be talking about this during the football game. So you're going to be hearing about this. You look for it if you see commercials or hearing it dropped or mentioned. It is going to happen. So a whole new market is going to be exposed, because, of course, they want these NFTs to do well, because these are the official ones by the NFL. So that is going to be dropped. You're going to hear about it. They are making their foray here. They are announcing partnerships. They did a partnership with a company that runs Top Shot. You guys know the name Dapper Labs. If you have been
Yes,
around in the NFT, yeah, that's who's doing this. So it's probably almost guaranteed to be successful. So,
for
and
sure.
I'm not mad at it, because if it gets more people into this space, that's good for us OGs that have been here holding it down.
I think that Dapper has learned a lot of lessons from Top Shop as well. So make sure you sign up. You have been able to sign up to the wait list for this for quite some time now, but they had a post earlier today, the NFL All Day Twitter account, that like the wait list is updated. Or if you're not signed up yet, make sure you get on it. I haven't received anything in the mail to try it out. Have you, Corey?
No, and since I'm not a
Yeah.
football fan, I ain't been looking for it.
Well,
So,
I'm
but
not a football fan either, but I am a fan of money, so I'm going to try
yeah,
it out.
I mean, I wouldn't even know what to look for. So, you know what I'm saying? Unless they
Yeah.
come up with rare, super rare, something, and they have it listed. But if I was looking for players, I would be lost. I truly would. So,
We
no.
have another Crypto.com NFT collection that is currently available, and the bidding, well, not bidding, but the purchasing will be over tomorrow. It is for the Death Row Records, and this really makes me feel like a boomer, everyone. Death Row Records, a 30-year
Wow.
anniversary.
Oh my
What?
God. It's been that long, huh?
30 years. Yeah, I have to say though, I really I don't think that they're that great. All in all, there are 7 NFTs that make up the collection, each featuring an incredible 3D animated artwork set to tracks from the fantastic Doggy Style album. The first 3 NFTs are the brainchild of creative studio Flux88, representing crypto-themed renditions of the iconic Death Row logo, while the final 4 units were designed in a collaboration between Television and Death Row, featuring the popular Lil Bitcoin character. I will show you guys what they look like now, and these are available now. If you are registered for the Crypto.com NFT site, you'll be able to buy these now. There are 2 of them are already sold out, so you'll miss out on those. Those are the little Bitcoin characters because I looked at it before the stream. But the others are available. So let me just do this. Sorry about the dog barking. Um, okay. And here we have it. So these are what they look like. I mean, they're okay, but I did not like these.
Is that supposed to be Suge Knight? Because I'm wondering. Hmm.
I didn't try listening to them though.
Oh,
Oh,
they have music.
yeah.
That must be a familiar tune. Yeah.
Let's see what these little, excuse me, the little Bitcoin. Let's see what this one does. It's okay. So the thing that I don't like about the crypto.com NFTs is you cannot send them. It's kind of like Vivi, they're stuck in there. You can't send them out. You can sell them for money. Um,
Yeah,
unlike
on their marketplace.
Yeah, and you can cash out, but you cannot like send them to OpenSea or wherever you would want, or another marketplace to resell. You have to resell there on their marketplace, and I'm not a big fan of that. But I am looking for them to expand this marketplace, especially now that they met that benchmark, and we know that Coinbase has their marketplace launching anytime now. FTX already launched theirs, so yeah, I'm gonna look for it to
Yeah.
keep expanding.
I know with the competition they're about to get from AKA Coinbase, believe me, if their customers say, look, we want to make these, mintable or movable to other sites like OpenSea, I'm sure they will do their best to accommodate them for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, those are not bad. They're not bad at all.
So about that OpenSea thing, since we were talking about other places, well, yeah, OpenSea's been a mess lately. I don't have an actual article, but Corey is always on there. I know some of our other members are on there frequently, but the API is broken on OpenSea. The metadata doesn't update. Something is not working properly there. So the floor is never displaying properly. But despite
Oh,
all that, the market is still moving. NFTs are still flying over there. Specific projects, of course, like not everything's moving, but I thought that we would see more of a slowdown in terms of volume. It
I
just
mean,
makes it a little more
they just
difficult.
got that $10 billion valuation, OpenSea, so they got to do better. They
Yeah,
got to
I
do
mean,
better.
it's actually been broken since yesterday. So this is like day two on. And this was yesterday morning, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Dallas, if you're still on here, you can chime in. But I'm pretty sure it's been broken since yesterday morning, early in the morning, like 9 a.m., 8 a.m., something like that. Maybe they'll get, oh no, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's not getting,
Nah, it's not gonna
maybe
get
they'll get,
fixed.
I don't know, maybe not.
No.
Um, so something interesting happened with the IMX immutable apes or immutable ape X on IMX. So they are a project that had that crazy Discord where you had to go from like place to place, like move through the levels in order to get whitelisting. And I am going to talk about that since it's only 8:40. Uh, just that I seem to be noticing a trend in terms of whitelisting and activities required for whitelisting to make it more enjoyable for the collector
Or
instead of
more
having to.
aggravating, depending on your viewpoint.
Yeah, it depends. If of course there's probably always going to be the easy way, like get there early, OG, you're whitelisted.
I like
But
that.
that is, I think we all like that. But a lot of times we're a little late. By the time we hear about it, maybe there's already 1,000 people in there and all OGs are gone. They're already, first 500 or whatever the project has it set for. And Immutable Apes, or yeah, Immutable Ape X, I can never get the name right. They had a crazy onboarding where you went from place to place, you had to do certain things, and eventually you ended up getting whitelisted. Um, they announced yesterday or the day before, because we didn't stream yesterday, so getting the days mixed up, but there's now a bridge from IMX. So after reveal on the apes, there is a bridge that you can send your NFT through the bridge for the affordable, and I say affordable because it's still going to be like $30, but affordable IMX gas. You can send it over to OpenSea, where there's much more volume. A complaint about IMX is the volume just isn't there. You can't monitor floors. You can't monitor
Mhm.
like volume on IMX. I mean, they're still building, so hopefully that comes in the future. But right now, it's kind of annoying, their marketplace. I'm not a big fan of it. I am very excited to see what happens. This is the first project that's ever going to use this bridge. It's the first time um, anything's ever being done like this. So let's see how that works out. But it brings up another thing I was thinking about this morning. So Vivi is supposed to be onboarding to IMX. We know that. They say that they're reminting all of the assets. They're going to be listing them on IMX. And they have also told us that we are going to be able to sell them on OpenSea. Is that accurate, or is that not happening anymore? And if it is accurate, is this the bridge that we're going to be using? Is it like this same bridge, or is this bridge only for immutable Apex? Um, I think it's a really interesting. I don't think anyone's going to lose their NFTs that way. It's a software. It does everything for you. You don't have to do anything special. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't really report on how it works. But um, yes, and quickly moving into the next thing because I see some chat happening. I have a very different opinion, J Live. I've seen other people say that Wizards and Dragons, Ron Wilson, you had asked about Wizards and Dragons. I have a small update. It's not big, but I do want to address. First, let's start with Ron. Yes, guard the tower. We've all been guarding the tower for a couple of days now. This is a game. That's what we know. The Medium article is still not out. But last night, around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, um, they had a summoning ceremony where they were summoning all of the tower guards to submit for whitelisting. I had a problem with this, and I wish that I could speak to whoever coded the premint.xyz site, which what that is it's whitelisting on chain. So it helps fight bots. Yeah, it helps fight bots and make sure that you're a real person, blah, blah. It's great. It's very easy to use. You connect your wallet, you sign a transaction, that's it. There's no gas, there's nothing. It's really just collecting your address and depositing it on chain. It makes it easier for the developer of the project, and you're whitelisted, you're good to go. You just have to wait till the project drops. But something that they have on there is connect your socials, connect your Twitter, and connect your Discord. Now, hello, people use burner wallets. So I have already encountered a problem here. Another project that I was whitelisting for is a doxed team that I trust, and the entire team is doxed, and they are very public. They're on YouTube every single day. They're on Twitter Spaces every morning. They're in the Twitter Spaces program where they're like getting paid to do Twitter Spaces, whatever. So they're a very public team, and they're not going to risk what they're trying to do. I trust this team. So I have a number of burner wallets, one of which I keep more money in than the others, which generally never have anything in them unless I'm about to mint something. So I used my main burner wallet here. I also connected my Discord. That was fine. I got whitelisted for that project. Last night, I went to do Wizard and Dragons, not Doc's team, still no Medium article about it. Don't really know anything except there's 20,000 people in there and everyone's talking about it. It is a game, by the way, and I don't think that it's like DeFi Kingdoms, but I do know something that is exactly like DeFi Kingdoms, and it is on Solana. So I went to register my non-main, it's like a second burner wallet, and then I went to connect my Discord. Guess what? Error. Your Discord account is already connected to another address.
Yeah.
This caused a whole slew of problems. And I'm sure that I was annoying the crap out of everyone in like every server I was going in, because you can't even talk in the Wizard and Dragons server. All it is people spamming the chat, guard the tower 24 hours a day. That's it. And the voice chat is like some kind of cult in there. There now they have music playing, and it's freaking weird. It's weird, but I'm still into it. I'm still gonna mint it. I don't even know how much it is, and I'm saying I'm gonna mint it, just like the other 20,000 people that are trying to get whitelisted in there. But um, I really wish the developer or coder developer of Premint XYZ would have thought of that. Like, okay, maybe people do use different burner wallets, but they have one main Discord account. So what I had to do is I had to go to the project that I trust. I had to disconnect my Discord. Then I had to and thankfully I speak to this person, so I was able to tell them like, "Oh, I'm going to be doing this because otherwise technically it's messed up. You're double listing an address because there was no way to like pull my address back off that list. I was already whitelisted there." So I disconnected my Discord. I reconnected with the burner wallet and then reconnected the Discord. Then I went back to Wizard and Dragons and I was able to proceed using the wallet I wanted to use all along. But it is like a glitch and I'm not a fan of it. I don't know if anyone else has encountered it. It's only the second time that I've used Premint XYZ, and I do like it. It's easy and hopefully it prevents botting. Um,
Yeah,
we'll
they need to
see.
work that out because that is a problem people will run into when because
Yeah,
other projects are using it. So
yeah. Um, and J Live. So I don't. I think it's a game, and I think it's a clone of the Wolf game, is what I think. And the wizards are the sheep, and the dragon will be the wolves. This is my guess. No one knows. But if you are looking for something like DeFi Kingdoms, I think that that's going to be DeFi Land on Solana. You might want to take a look at that. That's going to be coming out anytime now. It's been in beta testing for like 6 months. I've been in that Discord. There are a lot of people in there. Every Friday they hold a town hall. It's you're farming like a lot of stuff in there. I mean, I can't use it because I still don't have a beta code. Every week I try to get it, I don't get one. There's just too many people trying. Um, but the first day that that opens up for alpha, uh, if I can get in, I'm getting in. I really don't want to have to wait for like the full public release. I want to learn how it works and I want to use it because I know a lot of friends that have done very well in DeFi Kingdom, like very well. I think that Jewel has suffered recently, but they've done really well in that game. So, yeah, I'm thinking if I have anything else to talk about. We do have a reminder, friends. Today is the night before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow morning is the Macy's NFT drop. This is a free drop. There are only 10,000. It is a generative thing. So, I think they might be valuable. They might be cool. It's not going to be it's not a POAP, guys. It's going to be something better than that. So make sure you're set up with Sweet IO. Leave a little note, a post-it note on your phone so that when you wake up in the morning, like, oh yeah, I gotta go to my computer and get this all set up or get set up tonight. I I'm not sure on the launch time on that. Maybe it's 10 a.m. I will have to check after this stream and maybe I'll post a tweet about it. But yeah, don't forget to get that set up. I always have a long list of projects I'm looking at, and then I forget. Even when I'm whitelisted, I still forget. Um, so yeah, there
I have
is.
a one final article to share when you finish your sentence there. Sorry,
Oh, I
just
was
wanted
just
to make
gonna
sure I
say
get
for
in there.
anyone that's in Florida, in Miami, starting this weekend, we have Decentral, which is going to be like a large DeFi and NFT conference, and that is happening built around Art Basel. Um, and there are some huge events happening at Art Basel, like huge. It's already one of the most well-known art festivals in the world. It happens in various locations. Right now, it's Miami's turn. Throughout the year, it's every year, and there's like 4 or 5 of them in different cities around the world. But there are some huge. I don't want to call it. I guess it is like an exhibit in a former bank. It's like 20,000 23,000 square feet. It's a massive exhibit, and you can find out about that on Twitter if you go to Art Basel or even Decentral. Um, there's some cool stuff happening this weekend. And the last thing I have to say is, I will remind you, I'm not sure if we're streaming Friday, but if we are, I will remind you, Clone X, that is the Artifact Avatar project. This
It's
is
a
a
biggie.
huge drop. It's a really, really big drop. Um, I wish I was going to be at Art Basel, but no, I'm not going to be there this year. I think the next event I'm going to try to make is in March, the NFT conference in Las
In
Vegas.
LA.
Oh no, I don't know the date on the LA one. Do you?
I believe it's April. Don't hold me to that, but we'll announce the dates on the next show, you guys, if we find
Yeah.
out for you.
So on the 27th is the pre-mint, if you have access to that, for Clone X, and the 28th is the public sale. This is what I consider one of the biggest launches for the remainder of the year, and it's going to be a huge project moving forward. So it's not going to be cheap, and it isn't going to be
Yeah.
easy, but if you
Prepare
get
for
in,
gas wars if you have to deal with the public mint, you guys. So if you just
yeah,
make sure you got the ETH to lose, to potentially lose.
if you get in there, it's one of those potentially life-changing NFTs. Unfortunately for me, I'm not even trying because I just don't have the ETH to waste in a gas war. So I'm never gonna make it. Not gonna get
For
that one.
that,
Yeah.
you never know. We'll see, you guys. Miracles happen, but definitely check those things out that Allie was talking about, because the floor for anything that they mint is always like over 5 ETH. So definitely, if you got the pockets and you can stand the gas, do it. But this last article, we're going to end on a comical note,
Silly note.
a silly note. The NFT Collins Dictionary Word of the Year. Actually, sorry about that. NFT is the Collins Dictionary Word of the Year for 2021, and it beat out crypto. And this word is pronounced chuggy, guys. If you want to
What
know
does
what
chuggy mean?
I'm going to show you what chuggy means. I never heard this word, never. But
Neither have
hey,
I.
maybe y'all youngins, maybe that's the boomer in me that I didn't hear this word before reading this article. But let's look at what the definition of chuggy is. It's hard to find, but easy to identify. So basically, it's something that's out of style. So here are some things that they have decreed as out of style: live, love, laugh, the juicy couture, velour, jogging suit or tracksuit, any girl boss accessories,
Yeah,
and
for
Uggs
sure.
are considered to be chuggy. So uh, it feels chuggy to talk about chuggy. What does it even mean? How very chuggy of you to ask. So it basically means something that is outdated or trying too hard, usually in a very millennial kind of way. So this is definitely a millennial term.
Yeah.
But just know that the word NFT beat that out. So
Even
congratulations
though
to those of you who know what they are and have them.
even though NFT is like an acronym, it's not even really a word. I think it's great that that was selected as word of the year. I am a fan. I
Yeah.
always have thought that Girl Boss and Uggs were chuggy. I've never been a fan of either of them.
And
Same thing
Ron,
with
I'm with you.
Crocs.
I must be really chuggy too, because whatevs, you guys. But and that's probably chuggy to say. But I will say good night and enjoy
Happy
your day tomorrow.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Tell your family you love them. Don't spend all day long talking about crypto running people away from you. But do be present, be fully present. Try not to be on your phone checking your bags. I know it's going to be hard. Just unplug just for a little bit of time and enjoy yourselves, my dears. Enjoy yourselves. And we will see you maybe on Friday. We haven't decided yet, but definitely on Monday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.